Happy Friday, everybody. Coming to you from Daytona Beach, Florida. And man, it's about 10 in the morning and it's 80 degrees. Finally, the wind quit blowing and boy, is it nice. Don't need a jacket. Don't need Uncle Rusty's, motorcycle shirt. Look at me. I was not going to do coffee with Kenny, and it dawned on me, somebody said something to me yesterday. And I want to share that with you. One of my dearest friends, Ken Schrader. Schrader said to me yesterday, and it shocked me. And I don't think you'll mind me saying this to you. He reminded me that running these modifieds were a hobby. He goes, this is a hobby. I said, what? He goes, these modifieds are a hobby, right? So as I do my interviews, I'm a professional. And like Tom started talking to me, knowing while I'm doing this, I'm like, Tom, I worked for Fox Sports my whole life. I'm a professional. You can't jack with me. You can't break me. You can't confuse me. So anyway, Schrader says, running these mods are a hobby. And it brings me to this point. I've told everybody that. I tell all my best friends, they all work for a living and they run these old modifieds. Now, the reason we call them old modifieds, O-L-E, old mods, because, the way it's ranked is this. The World of Outlaw sprint cars are number one. They're the most expensive. Then second is the World of Outlaw late models. That's two. Then the buses, the center steers up in the Northeast, they're number three. And then these old mods. So the old mods are about, for the ones that are racing here, these 113 cars down here, everybody's got about $75,000 in each of their cars. A new car, is about 42 grand. Motors are about 30. Then you got to have a truck and trailer, and everybody's got so much money in them that you kind of forget it's a hobby. I was talking to Treb Jacoby, and I said, Treb, you showed up really good down there at East Bay. But are you going to work Monday morning? And he goes, yeah. He says, it's worse than that. He said, we got done racing at East Bay. I did good, run third in the big race, and went down to the corner store, and some guy, some old crystal meth head looking for money. So Schrader's right. That's what this is all about. Kenny Schrader's wife, Ann, also told me 20 years ago, she goes, you men judge your self-worth through how that race car runs. So if you win, I'm the greatest of all time. I can solve world peace. Airplane. We're down here by the new Smyrna Beach Airport. So both Schraders are right. Men are gladiators. I'm the greatest. No, you're not. So Ann's right. We run these dirt cars and we judge our self-worth. I ran third. Oh, I'm only third best. Schrader says it's a hobby. So I encourage you all to remember that. I see Michael Long, his wife Shannon, she posts every day. We're not really that good this year. But Shannon, this is not what you do for a living. This is a hobby. We are our own worst enemy. So Tom, you going to come in here? I want to hear you because you're a wealthy man.
No.
Okay, you were.
Well,
Did you lose all your money?
No.
Well, give me your opinion. You had a big company, but you ran a super dirt late model up against Pete Park and all of them in Wisconsin. So when you raced dirt, how did you balance it? Did you judge your whole self-worth?
No, we had fun at it, but we weren't scared to race anybody. Like you said, if you're out there to race and think you can't win, sometimes you shouldn't be there. But you have to understand it was still a hobby.
So, yeah, right. But that's hard to do because people go to work for a living the whole time they're at their job. They want to be at the racetrack. So, in other words, racing's more important to them than their job.
At times, yes.
Yeah, because it's passion. You don't want to work. You want to race all the time. So what would you tell people that think racing is what they really do? I mean, we want, if you run third down here, you can make $400.
I guess you got to understand that you want to race and be competitive, but accept sometimes we run that.
Yeah.
Be happy what you did and know that you really did the best you could, right?
You know, if you go to East Bay for the Lucas, you know, guys, you run fifth in that big Lucas race, you get $2,500, you know. And by God, if you run fifth, you get $2,500, and if you're running for 30 to 40%, the driver can make a whole $700.
Yeah, that don't take us too many trips, does it?
While everybody's working, I got to make $1,000 a week or else I can't live. Well, you can be a dirt super late model racer, run fifth, battle for the lead, and you know, get $700.
I don't think that'll get us too many tires.
All right, respond right here. Tell us what you think. Schrader says it's a hobby. Modifieds. Schrader says modifieds are a hobby. And Schrader says you men judge your self-worth, your whole belonging, through how that car goes. Shannon Long, I want to see you respond here because every one of your posts every day is like life and death. The old 1.8L showed up, started here, made a couple spots, just don't have it this year. Shannon, when you guys go back home, are you going to have to go to work? Or are you going to run that mod for a living at Fairbury? We love you. I love you all. I thought about Schrader yesterday. That was funny. I never heard Schrader talk like that.
We're happy that you two both got Gators, you and Schrader now.
What
does Pete call the second place? That's a
frog. A frog.
Yeah, we're all getting
There's a joke going around the infield area, like, you know, the guys that, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's a hobby.
Yeah.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye, you guys.